until recently, I didn't realize that you had wrestled Bruiser Brody in the.
Oh yeah, I wrestled all those guys.
Oh, you've got to tell me about Brody especially.
Well, I was back during when I would go from different TVs to different TVs, so I was coming in for Vern and, I'm sitting there with my, the guy I was riding with, and then in walks Abdullah the Butcher and Bruiser Brody. And I'm like, my heart just sinks because they would always put me, because I bump really well for these guys, and I was like, oh, here we go. I'm just dreading it. Right. And,
I wish I'd have been a fly on the wall then.
Oh, it was terrible. And back then, Brody had a reputation, especially with all the job guys. He could get rough. I mean, but he was doing it to protect his own business, So he had apparently just been in Missouri, and I'd heard stories about how he beat the living shit out of one of the job guys down there. And I'm just sitting there thinking, please, God, please don't put me in the ring with this guy, please. Right. So, Vern comes over and it was Wally Carbo comes over and goes, me and my buddy, hey, we're gonna have you guys work a handicap match with Bruiser Brody. And I'm like, fuck. Right. And literally like just a couple weeks before, I was in Missouri, and Bill Irwin's brother, Scott Irwin, he was the Super Destroyer. And I'm sure it was because I was some dumb kid. He was trying to smart me up in the ring, and he was hitting me in the back of the head as hard as he could and just repeatedly doing it. And I couldn't see out of my left eye for about a half an hour after he got done. And so I go up to Brody and I go, look, Brody goes, hey, more going you, kid. And he goes, just fight back. Just fight back. I go, oh, okay. Well, if you would, whatever you do, sir, just don't hit me in the head. And I explained what had happened a couple weeks ago. He goes, don't worry, kid. So we go out there and he just starts eating us up. You know what I mean? He's just mowing us down. And you know how you can feel the rhythm of the match. Dutch will know what I'm talking about, where the finish is just about to come up, right? He does that huge jumping knee, and I'm like, there's no way I'm taking this. I'm going to make sure I'm on the outside of the ring before that happens. Well, he has me by the back of the head. He walks over, lifts up his legs, just kicks straight out, and kicks my partner's face, right? Kicks him so hard that he's hanging on the rope and he doesn't bump. And I hear Brody growl, and he goes, take a bump, kid, and kicks him again. His nose just goes, whack, and he shoots off the side of the ring and hits the cement and slides away. Brody slams him. He goes, don't move. I see him out of the corner of my eye, go way over in the corner, comes running, jumps up. I'm like, I'm going to die.
He's 10 feet in the air.
At least. I'm like, I'm going to die. And he drops, never touches me. Hooks my leg, tells me thank you. And I was like, oh my God, somebody must have been looking out for me. Because I thought that was the end I thought I was going to die. Came back to the back. He thanked me. I said, thank you for not hitting me in the head. He goes, I appreciate you fighting back, kid, but I'm just going to beat you up every time. I go, no problem.
You ever take an elbow from Abdullah?
Oh, yeah. Oh, God.
Is that pretty solid?
It's very solid, yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Somebody told me we talked about it yesterday. He's so big.
Remember, back then he couldn't even zip up his boots. He couldn't bend over to zip up his boots.
He don't do an elbow drop. He does a body drop.
Yeah, he just drops his whole body on you.
He hit me with it one time. I went, I had the same reaction you had when Bradshaw hit you with that clothesline. Jesus fucking Christ. Except I didn't say nothing. I just got up and left.